Last thing here before we get to our big announcement. Shams reported this morning that the NBA's Board of Governors has voted in favor of taking bids for expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. Both teams could be added as soon as the 2028-2029 season. I haven't done a ton on expansion here at RealGM. I don't know if you guys have talked a lot about it over at Double Dribble, but what do we think about expansion, Jared?
We talked about it last week. I'm pro expansion. I think it's fun. I think that the draft in particular is going to be fun for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
The TV event and all the strategy that goes on around it and what the two teams decide to prioritize when it comes to whether it's immediate competition or young players and the long-term vision. I think that Seattle getting a team is good and fun. I like Vegas as an idea. I know a lot of people are not necessarily into Vegas as an idea. I'm into it. I think there's more than enough talent to do it going around the league. I think it's possible that we could discover more players are better than we thought because more players will get opportunities to take on more significant roles, not just with the two expansion teams, but with their own teams based on who leaves and goes to the new cities. I just think there are so many different benefits to it. And obviously the financial benefits to the owners make it so that it's going to happen.
Was Jonathan Kuminga 2 years too early for his trade request? Did he just need his own team in Vegas or Seattle? Is my immediate thought. Mo, where are you at on this?
I love it. I think Bill Simmons has described it as a money grab. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's a money grab, but so's owning an NBA team. So's owning any sports franchise. You know, in
what's
general,
not a money grab these days?
Your evaluation just goes up constantly with that. Seattle for I'm 100% in. Seattle team nailed it. This is deserved, long deserved. I mentioned it on our podcast last week. I would love for the KD return to the Sonics for his retirement run type of deal, and just him in the green and yellow would be awesome. I'm happy for Portland, to be honest with you, for them to have a travel partner or at least one road trip that's not a 2 to 3 hour flight is a big win for them in that regard. And I think it's good for hopefully we get even a little bit of a rivalry between the two. I like Vegas. I'm kind of surprised by the number of people that are pushing back on Vegas as a city, going they don't get why the NBA is going there. I talked a little bit last week about the Lakers, it kind of being a largely Laker market. I think they will have a hard job to kind of get fans, but I think they can do it if they do it right. I think there's concerns because Utah's 90 minutes away or whatever and things like that. I'm not worried about it in that regard. And also, it's only a problem when the NBA does it, right? Nobody cared when the Raiders moved to Vegas. It wasn't why are they going to Vegas? Nobody cares when the A's are moving to Vegas.
People in Oakland care.
I was gonna say Oakland does, but I just mean in general of
but not enough, which is why they're moving.
Nobody. The NHL has a team. It's proof and concept. It has worked. And now they're shocked the NBA wants to go there. I'm kind of surprised.
I think it's a backlash to the sports gambling thing, as if Vegas has anything to do with sports gambling anymore. It's so decentralized at this point that it does. People in Salt Lake City are sports gambling. It does not matter.
And then
I'm with you guys.
The other thing too, because everybody keeps saying they prefer relocation, and a lot of times people are just talking about moving Memphis to Nashville. When the Grizzlies are good, Memphis is a great NBA city. And I mean, in terms of the fan base, they rock hard. They support the team. They go nuts. I hated playing in there when the playoffs. I'd been there for 3 playoff series in a row for 3 years. Lost when I was with San Antonio. Miraculous comeback with the Clippers in game 1 and then win game 7. One day I'll tell you the story of the party after game 1. And then, lost the next year with the Clippers in Memphis. I've been there. It's rocking. And the whole thing when they had the run with Ja and going at the Warriors, I don't want to lose that. So I kind of wince a little bit when everybody's I prefer relocation. I'm that's not really cool.
Yeah, and I don't understand the prefer. I guess the idea is we don't dilute the league. We're just moving a team. But to me, it just comes back down to the fan bases. Are the people in Seattle super stoked to have their team back? Yes. Are the people in Vegas excited? This is the other thing. All of us have been to Summer League. That city loves NBA basketball. That city loves basketball. They show up for summer league. They love the stars. They love everything. And I think Vegas is going to be a great city for basketball. They really support the Aces. Like, there's real culture there in terms of supporting sports.
I have a dumb idea.
This is the place for that.
I love dumb ideas. I love dumb ideas.
It just happened now. No thought process. Nothing whatsoever.
I would hope so.
Whatever. This is like a kind of just hit my mind, and I'm like, because like Vegas, if the team has a team, like I don't want there to be summer league in Vegas, right? If it has an NBA team, I kind of like summer league being in a non-NBA city.
Okay, so where are you putting it?
Nashville. Let's go, and let's see if Nashville can prove that they have. I don't know what the weather's like in Nashville in the summer.
So I was gonna say, at least it won't be like 120 degrees.
Right, I was gonna say, like it's not 1,000.
It's like a 3-hour flight for me as opposed to going all the way to Vegas now.
And I just think I don't know. I just think that might be a fun one.
You use Summer League to suss out the next expansion cities. Like you're up for expansion. Let's see if you could support Summer League, and then if you do a good job, maybe you get a team.
Well, then you got to talk about Utah Summer League. And what is it? Orlando Summer League. One of them doesn't exist anymore.
Orlando's
out.
Anymore.
They moved.
And
now that we have in the Bay Area, they go between San Francisco and
California
Sacramento.
Classic or whatever
which the Heat participate in every year. They're just like, we love basketball. We're gonna fly across the country for summer. It's all right, relax. Not everything has to be Heat culture.
Everything's about Heat culture.